Guys and gals, before anything else, before I talk about any other subjects, I really want to completely break down everything that happened from CinemaCon. This was a major big event. Wow. From April 25 to April 28, a presentation in Las Vegas from different film studios occurred, revealing a bunch of upcoming movie slates and trailers and so forth. So, hopefully, with this recording done before the 20-minute mark, I'm going to start with Sony Pictures. Sony started the CinemaCon presentation event with a few trailers. They talked about originality. So first there was Where the Crawdads Sing, coming July 15. Also more trailers as well with major stars. Bullet Train, starring Brad Pitt, coming July 29. Also, The Woman King, starring Viola Davis, releasing September 16. So that's something to look forward to. Also, announcements regarding the Spider-Man IP. They still own all that. And plus there was, so announcement on a third Venom movie and Ghostbusters 5. Whether you're excited about those or not, that's really up to you. So regarding more Spider-Man related news, there was 15 minutes of advanced footage shown for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, so far with the release date on June 2, 2023. That still has a release date. It was supposed to be called Part 1 with that title. Now, with the second sequel of that film as a follow-up planned, it was supposed to be Part 2. Now, instead, it has been retitled to Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. It's supposedly like these movies have like 240 plus characters and 6 different universes. So if the original one that I think was in 2018, gonna be great. If that was a great movie, expect those animated Spider films to be amazing as well. Beyond the Spider-Verse around Easter weekend 2024. This is, I should mention something that was like kind of crazy and bizarre to me. Something called a Spider-Man spin-off called El Muerto, like about some sort of Mexican wrestler type character that was gonna come. It hasn't said, there's no release date when, but it was gonna start to rapper Bad Bunny. This is just another way of like really milking and using the Spider-Man IP, whatever they have, as a cash cow, similar to what they're doing with Kraven the Hunter. And I'm not even excited about that, honestly. Also, like there's been like some sizzle reel of some upcoming films like 65, starring Adam Driver, and there was like 10 seconds of Kraven the Hunter and Madam Web footage. Sony closed their presentation as well as surprise footage reveal of the George Foreman biopic, scheduled for April 7 of next year, 2023. Okay, Neon Pictures presentation. First off, first trailer released of Crimes of the Future. It does star Viggo Mortensen, Lea Seydoux, Kristen Stewart. This movie was directed by David Cronenberg. The world premiere of the film will be at the upcoming Cannes Film Festival, and then will open to theaters by June 3, so actually very soon of this year. First Love is a documentary by filmmaker Sarah Dosa in collaboration with National Geographic. It's about the understanding and the science and dangers of volcanoes, for a summer 22 theatrical release, supposedly, maybe for streaming as well, possibly. Another big announcement, Moonage Daydream. It's like a film from Brett Morgan and executive producer Bill Gerberg. It's like based on David Bowie, like archive footage and recordings. So how they'll put all of that together will be interesting to see. There wasn't much else from Neon Production Pictures. I don't know if I'm missing anything, but this is what I know. So that's 2 out of 3 film studios with their presentations I've mentioned. Now there was another day. This is a big one from Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers had their CinemaCon presentation recently. Major announcement, the Batman sequel, the second film that starred Robin Pattinson, that's going to get a sequel. That's been announced. I'm assuming the same cast is going to come back, and hopefully Matt Reeves comes back as well, directing the film. That'll be very good. This is also a major one. Do Not Worry, Darling. Directed by Olivia Wilde. The second time she's directing a movie. She directed Get Smart. She's also going to be one of the supporting actresses in the film, starring Harry Styles and Florence Pugh as well. Something crazy happened during that presentation. I'll talk about that as well. There's already a trailer of the movie online, but as a hint, it's like this strange rated R erotic thriller. It's kind of weird. But yeah, there's a trailer online as well. Also, like a sizzle reel of a bunch of DC comic book related projects, like DC's League of Super Pets. There's a new trailer available already. Also, sizzle reel from Black Adam, Shazam Fury of the Gods, Aquaman The Lost Kingdom, and The Flash as well. So they're still in development and production. Actually, they're in production as well, and sometimes should be in post-production. A Baz Luhrmann's film Elvis, a new kind of Elvis film, biopic type film, will be interesting to see. There's an announcement as well regarding a Timothy Chalamet's Wonka film. He'll be starring the main character of Willy Wonka in that film. I don't know if there have been like trailers released, at least for that presentation, but this is what I know, and those films should be very good as well. Also, another Stephen King movie that's going to be coming later this year at September 9th called Salem's Lot. Another film based on a Stephen King horror novel. That will be another creepy one. Also, names for a bunch of 2023 films. The Meg 2, The Color Purple, The Blue Beetle, some sort of animated The Lord of the Rings movie, and even a major news, a live-action Barbie film. We've heard some news and rumors related to a live-action Barbie film. That's definitely going to come. Directed by Greta Gerwig, who directed Lady Bird. There was also a first-look release picture of how Margot Robbie will look like as Barbie. So that's available online with a pink background in a car, smiling, with the attire looking exactly like the Barbie doll. Also, the Warner Bros. Presentation closed for CinemaCon with CEO Imric. He returned the stage. Interesting moment that he gave Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson like a special Entertainer of the Decade award from National Association of Theater Owners. In if you want to use the acronym NATO. No, not that same NATO you already know on the news on a daily basis. A different NATO, giving him a nod not only to the $11 billion and the worldwide box office movies he's brought into the business, but of course throughout his career, but really his work ethic on the movies he's made and his professionalism. So that's very good to see, just really being a very likable person. That's basically why. Now I want to talk about like something happened, like while Olivia Wilde was doing her presentation for Do Not Worry, Darling, someone walked up to the stage with a bunch of documents, like in a package, binder, whatever, handed it to her, and basically she was served papers regarding court papers for custody of her children in a court battle with ex-husband Jason Sudeikis. It became very awkward and weird. She opened it, but she managed to go on. It was very uncomfortable. You know, sources close to the situation claim by that time he had no idea she had this presentation going on, but I find that hard to believe. So I'm sure that was not a comfortable moment. But now, since then, there have been questions of how to improve and fix their security for uninvited guests to come in. I mean, all that was known as like just give the papers, but it didn't say when. So yeah. After all that was done. Okay, next. Walt Disney. Disney had their presentation for their CinemaCon event. There was a 20-minute clip of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I'm sure like the early parts of the movie, that's already coming very soon, like probably the end of the week or next week. So that'll be very fun to finally see. More Marvel news. Marvel Man, Marvel icon guy, everyone's favorite Marvel executive producer Kevin Feige said that Marvel Studios will be planning movies for the next 10 years. 10 years of more Marvel films into 2023. Or excuse me, 2032. Damn, bro. He doesn't want to take a vacation. Even a sizzle reel of films like Black Panther, Thor, Love and Thunder, and among other films that Disney has, as well as a 30-minute look of Pixar's Lightyear. I mean, I like the trailers of what I've seen and all that, but I'm just really concerned that this is, again, another cash cow attempt to milk more out of the Toy Story IP. And I'm just worried it kind of hurts the kind of the appeal of why we all love Toy Story so much. But also another big news, David O. Russell, he's a director I like from movies such as Silver Linings Playbook. He's directing another movie called Amsterdam coming November 4. It has leads like Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, John David Washington, and also includes a cast of Anya Taylor-Joy, Chris Rock, Taylor Swift, Rami Malek, Michael Shannon, Zoe Saldana, Robert De Niro, and Mike Myers. That's a very good ensemble if you ask me. I don't know the details, but I'm looking forward to it as more goes on. It might be online what it's more about. Also, like some 6-minute, I think there's a trailer as well for the Bob's Burger. So yeah, there's the Bob's Burgers movie that coming very soon this month, May 27th. There might be a trailer, but there was like a private screening, maybe some parts, early footage for the audience. Also, big one, Avatar. Yeah, Avatar finally making a comeback since 2009. A sequel, a second Avatar movie title announced. Avatar, The Way of Water, releasing December 16, with 4 more sequels being planned. I forgot the names of the title on top of my head, but I saw a tweet on Twitter. There was a post from Culture Crave showing titles of like 4 more sequels, but I don't know if they're legit. All I know is they sound exciting, even with like release dates, but I don't know if that's really going to happen. But Disney has not said anything about their call. But as for Avatar, The Way of Water, it's going to be filmed with digital 3D tech, HDR, high frame rate, of course, as a standard, IMAX, PLF, and using different Dolby Sound technology that's used in 4K TVs, so that should be good to see. Even a possible re-release of the first Avatar film with a modern remastered picture and sound for September 3. That'll be good to see. There was even like a release window of upcoming Disney films throughout this year and next year. We'll look forward to that. Okay, 4th presentation between both Universal Pictures and Focus Features, since both shared the stage for this one day. Okay, another, first off, in Universal Pictures, another horror film from director Jordan Peele, Nope, coming July 22 of this year. David Gordon Green's Halloween Ends, so there's a horror theme going on, Halloween Ends. Megan 3 for January 13 next year. Some movie called Beast, starring Idris Elba. Another film, The Last Voyage of the Demeter. Tickets to Paradise, starring George Clooney and Julia Roberts. You know what? I like those two together in some of their movies when they do something. I remember something called Money Monster. That was very interesting and thrilling as well. I don't know. It's like together they're like America's, or I should say Hollywood's favorite parents. I don't know. To me, it's like the Hollywood parent couple. They're not really a couple, but together they're like the parents that you just want to hang out with. I don't know. Can't explain it, but I don't know. I just like their chemistry and relationship on screen. Yeah, also like a Minions prequel kind of thing called Minions: The Rise of Gru. Like a sequel to Minions, but a prequel to damn it, what was that other called? Those films called related to Minions. But yeah, also Minions: The Rise of Gru, July 1. 2 other films called Easter Sunday, August 5, and Bros, September 30. Also Jurassic World Dominion trailer, a new one coming very soon on June 10. Also, a big announcement. She Said. She Said is a movie based on journalists that really unloaded and covered the whole Harvey Weinstein scandal that happened in 2017. So She Said will be a very important film. I'm not aware of a release date, but yeah, look forward to that. Okay, Focus Features. They had their presentation. They didn't really have much, so that's why they shared the stage with the Universal Pictures. But announcements of Downton Abbey, A New Era, coming May 18. Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, July 15. Violent Night, December 2, and Armageddon Time. The synopsis and the whole plot point of those movies, they're online. I think there's a trailer for the first two movies I mentioned, Downton Abbey and Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. So that'll be good to see. Okay, final presentation from Lionsgate. Lionsgate has an announcement of John Wick 4 release date for March 4, 2023 release date. A random spin-off called Ballerina starring Ana de Armas. I haven't seen a trailer, nothing yet on that. There's actually a trailer though on The Expendables 4. It's available online, and part of the cast, one of the cast members, does include 50 Cent himself. Also, other movies called About My Father, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. More announcement on Borderlands. That movie, Borderlands, based on the first-person shooter RPG video game series starring Cate Blanchett. Also, another movie called Whitebird, A Wonder Story. And finally, a Hunger Games prequel called The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, coming 2023. It's a prequel to those Hunger Games films, kind of like revolving around a younger version of President Snow, who was played by Donald Rutherford. I'm sorry, I don't know. I think I forgot his last name completely, but yeah, based on the antagonist of the Hunger Games films, President Snow. Whew, yeah. Yeah, that's everything that happened in CinemaCon 2022. The strangest moment, as I mentioned, the whole Olivia Wilde court papers regarding custody of her kids, Dwayne Johnson being awarded, a bunch of films, updated footage reels for later this year, Avatar, new Avatar content, and Avatar making a comeback. Ooh, yeah. A lot was shown and presented at CinemaCon this year. Yeah. So that's pretty much everything for CinemaCon 2022. So look forward to more updates on those films, and if there's going to be more announcements, and hopefully no COVID-related delays. But yeah, I don't know about you. I'm done on this part. I'm ready to talk about everything else. So stay with me there, please.